Yeah, man, so I think it's recording, eh?
Are we live? Hot mic?
Fuck, marry, kill.
Oh, shit.
Wicked Witch of the West.
Uh-huh.
The hybrid clone alien, Ripley from Alien Resurrection. Or Melissa McCarthy.
Well, I probably wouldn't want to fuck the one because of the genetic problems that would arise from, like, you know, they're a hybrid already. I wouldn't fuck Melissa McCarthy. So I'd probably fuck the kind of kill me predator clone. And, yeah, fuck the Wicked Witch of the West. I like Dorothy. I was always rooting for Dorothy in that movie.
Yeah, it's a pretty good choice. I guess you just don't want to get any abrasions or anything trying maybe anal with Ripley or something, because she's got that acid blood.
Wait, was this Ripley or one of those alien monsters that was made from her blood? I thought that's what you were talking about.
The alien monster in
No,
Alien
but one of
Resurrection.
okay.
I wasn't saying that thing.
I had in my mind one of the like, kill me! Like
I should have put that in there.
Getting burnt with a flamethrower, but I'd still probably fuck it over Melissa McCarthy.
Fuck. Point taken.
Welcome to the Conez and Doe Show.
I love it how you changed it to fuck, wouldn't fuck. I was going to send you this top line of emojis that I wrote as well, or even read the very bottom one, the very top or very bottom one, and then you can just send them to girls you like.
So what am I looking at? Some emojis, some hands together, maybe a can. Please can I tongue Pikachu soon? Is that what it says? Some little iconographs we're looking at. Some little...
Yeah, you were doing pretty well at first.
Well, what is it? Digital hieroglyphics, maybe? The last one, that looks like a chicken, so I'm going to assume that is the word cock. Please can I tongue cock Pikachu soon? Fuck, we'll have to put this up on our website.
Pikachu, I thought it was a cat. Fuck.
Oh, it's meant to be a pussy. Okay. It looks like fucking Pikachu. Why make it yellow? I've never seen a yellow cat.
Well, I guess I've got to catch them all.
Yeah, indeed. So, who are we talking about? But so, how's it been happening? I mean,
yeah, I've been Pokemon hunting all weekend.
Yeah, did you find anything good?
Nothing to put in my ball sack.
I know. I watch Yu-Gi-Oh.
Or what is it called? Your Pokeball.
I saw a bit of Yu-Gi-Oh on TV the other day.
Yeah,
it made me a little bit autistic. I wasn't sure what was happening in it, but you know, I used to like Pokemon back in the day, but I can't follow it these days. I find that it just doesn't. It doesn't speak to me as much since I stopped training and stuff, you know? Yeah,
I actually watched a little bit before school, in high school, for maybe like 6 months, or not even that.
Yeah.
It was hard to stay committed to it by that point. I was more into the cartoons a bit earlier, and I think by that time we were trying to get to school early to have pipes in the park and shit, so...
It's even more fun than Pokemon. But, you know, I have to say... Just as an aside, it's a lovely autumn day here. I got the ferry across. Didn't get hijacked, no piracy issues, and there's
much swell.
No, not much swell. And there's no joke here. I just want to say that Sydney was a lovely, verdant, you know, emerald and azure amphitheatre this afternoon, and the clouds in the background looked like a matte painting from a film. It was very inspiring.
Yeah, as much shit as I give it, it is kind of the best place to live.
Yeah, you seem a bit un-Australian sometimes, I have to say. I'm just keeping my eye on it as from week to week.
I'm a true patriot. I'm trying to keep the land of the free.
I was actually reading a little bit of Australian slang recently that I didn't know of, and I found a website about it. And this is one I like. An army reservist is a cut lunch commando.
Cut lunch commando?
A cut lunch commando, yeah.
I don't really get it, but it sounds pretty cool.
Because he has cut lunch, but he thinks he's a commando. Like, oh, your mum packed your cut lunch.
Oh, okay. Fuck. Cut lunch to me always meant when you got a wedgie and the boxer shorts went up in between your testicles.
Really? Because on this website it just says sandwiches. That's a bit different.
No, I'm sure it's been adapted for high school boys that have never had to fucking know the toils of being in fucking army and army reserve and all this shit.
That's true.
They're like, we'll just turn cut lunch into something about your balls when you're getting a wedgie.
Totally, and you know, if that happens, you end up as cross as a frog in a sock, you know?
Yeah, fuck yeah.
So...
Yeah, I was dropping a few new Ocka lines in one of my new songs. Might primo it later.
Are we going to hear it later?
Yeah, I might drop that shit.
You'll be grinning like a shot fox, I'll tell you that.
Yeah, one of our business studies teachers, Swaza,
Yeah.
He used to
He was the Black Panther, right?
Yeah, he was a member of the Black Panthers. He used to drop heaps of Oka language type shit like that. I sort of stole one of them in my song from his old days kind of
really?
shit. Yeah.
What line is that?
Raise your Warwick farm if you want to ask a question. I forget what some of his other shit was, but that was definitely one. Yeah.
Oh, fuck. Blind me strike me blind.
It was so over the top it was nonsense, but then it was kind of endearing because he just seemed like he was that guy.
I know. And it was a good accent for a guy born in the deep south and raised in Oakland, you know. So, another one of our teachers at school was Super Mario, but I won't go into that. He taught economics. Basically disappeared down a little pipe between classes. You were expressing some sympathy before for a certain spoiled kid from Westchester County, Pennsylvania, called Bam, or Bammoth, his full name, Bammoth Margera. Apparently he's
those
not...
birds in the background sound dope.
Yeah.
Sorry, yeah, Bam Margera, go on, my friend. Sorry to listen to the birds over you talking in my face.
Come on, we're doing a podcast.
What a fucking munted.
We're doing it. Oh, you're rude.
What a James Blunt.
You're rude as a dog in a urinal. But so we'll pepper in a bit of Australian patois this episode. But
yeah, arc up at me, Conez. Don't let me fucking listen to the birds.
Well, you're not worth it. And they did sound pretty fucking dope. The only problem is, this is who I was talking about, Bam Margera, yes. He's in a bad way, apparently. He's like, you told me, I know nothing more than this. He's been drinking for like 4 years. And
he's on family therapy with Dr. Jen on VH1.
What, public therapy?
I've never had Alpha Brain. Fuck, I must have been watching some trash.
But I don't know. How can you feel sympathy for him? Wait. Listen, I don't hate Bam Margera or anything, but you know, he had his fun, and you know, everything that goes up must come down and stuff, you know. And
it's not even that. It's just I relate to him getting to such a point without ever having to deal with spirituality. Maybe, I'm not sure. I don't know his story well enough.
I think he's a very spiritual man.
Yeah, but it seemed more like all this sadness and listening to him and trying to fuck bitches and then being like, oh, I'm sorry, I cheated. You know, like this emotional shit that I used to sort of... I had a mind state that was very like that for a long time, and I can associate with that, but I've broken out of it, which is fucking awesome. And it came along with getting rid of depression and shit, and I think I just identify with the fact that it looks like he's so fucking depressed and doesn't know what the driving factor is for him. And I don't know that I could fucking help him with that or anything, because you never know what exactly is going to set someone on their own path to try and help themselves. But
well, this is an open invitation to Bam Margera. If you're listening to our podcast, you can come on.
Manly,
you can come on and be the first guest on the show, and we'll have a little Conez and Doe and Bam session. But because I just talked some shit about him, didn't I? But you mentioned about him and like fucking Steve-O, and I get, you know, it's cool watching him do this sort of dumb shit, but it strikes me as a sort of sad clown phenomenon. You know? It
just feels like our generation, and even Generation X and potentially the new ones and stuff, that are so scattered with all this atheism plus and fucking...
he's fucking heathen.
Agnostic, but I know some shit. I don't know. It's all fucking tweaked out these days.
Like, I'm going to chop my dick off.
It seems like some of that... And I'm not a religious person. I don't subscribe to some other person's idea of shit, but if you think about it long enough, you end up crossing thoughts that get covered in some religions, and you end up being like, fuck, this is what I'm thinking about. This is what these people have tried to think about and express to other people. And when you come to that in your own mind and you're like, oh, this consciousness shit seems like it's relative to everyone and you're like the same as people, it becomes a comforting thing in the same way that a religious person just relies on a book or something so that they don't have to think about that shit.
That's true.
I think we can almost get to a point now where you could employ it in a way where we could teach people about spirituality, covering lots of different religious texts and stuff, and then be like, this is what people are trying to explain in this vague sense, but they make it specific to try and appeal to people.
Yeah.
And you're allowed to go along with it, but that's the vague overview. And I think a bit of comfort comes along with sort of having this overview, like, oh, okay, so everyone that ever lived kind of thinks this shit eventually if they think about it long enough. So
yeah, but I mean,
it's not special, but we're all special, but no one's special. It just always comes to that kind
where's the sense of community?
Nonsense logic.
Where's the sense of community? If I'm some Jew, that's
I
what
just
I get
mean
out
it
of
gives you more sense
I get
of
to take over the world.
calm about life because you're not so like lost in the fucking world, you know?
Oh,
That's why atheists argue so fucking much as well, because it's like, at the end of the day, they are saying they know something.
But at the end of the day, yeah, I guess we're all equally lost. How we have these arguments
Who the
is
fuck
just...
knows?
Yeah, I mean, atheists, fuck that. They're going to be burning in hell. I say no. So, but I mean, seriously, they will be cast down to the fires of flame. Like,
I don't even
just disobeying God's word.
It
and
is
stuff.
what you believe. So, like, if atheists don't believe their shit, they'll probably just pop out and like they're just gone. And then if they're reborn, they'll have no trace over memories and shit. But maybe, and it just becomes retarded. But maybe if your thoughts are synonymous with the birth of a universe, like bang from nothing into something, a thought in your head, bang from nothing into something.
Yeah.
If that's on the same kind of level, then what you can think really could be your next life or heaven or whatever the fuck. If you really can lift yourself up to that kind of mind state, then maybe it will happen. That's all anyone says. It doesn't say it will. It just says maybe it will.
I know, but it just seems like that's... Yeah, it sort of seems like just fantasy in a way, though, you know?
Yeah, but it's fun because it's like when you come back to those ultimates where it's like you can't think of nothing because it's never really existed in any of our experience. We'll just be comfortable with that. Like, you're still going to be dirt. You're still going to be microbes. If it's perspective, you might actually be fucking conscious as bacteria just chomping on shit like it's Adventure Time in that in the cycle of food episode or whatever it is, where you turn back into a bird and then you're a worm and all this shit.
I'd rather have 72 virgins.
Well, that might be skin cells and you're a amoeba or whatever, yeah.
Like
and you're like,
virgin
consuming
amoeba.
all the virgins.
I'm popping. Popping so many amoeba cherries.
Oh no, I accidentally shat on them again, saying that they regress in their virgin fucking heaven.
Oh,
they go back to being bacteria.
Bacteria or Muslims? What's the difference? But yeah, I take your point.
You can go up or down,
Yeah, you can go up or down all around.
But if you're thinking about nothing, you might become nothing, so don't be an atheist.
It's just... but is any of this going to help Bam Margera at the end of the day?
Well, thinking about this shit instead of being like, oh, I'm so depressed. Sorry, I shouldn't do his voice when we're being...
Go on. What would Bam sound like?
Like, it helps...
I've come so low that I'm even jealous of you, Novak.
I always was a bit, I enjoyed watching that Novak shit, how it was like, oh, they're sort of trying to help him, but at the same time, all those guys were on some gnarly shit probably at one point. Like, they'd be doing rack, they'd be getting on the piss, they'd be on Xanax and all this random shit. And then it's like Novak chose heroin, and heroin's the bad one, So he cops so much shit, and everyone else is just on a permanent bender around him.
Yeah, but they're like, oh, you're a junkie.
No, heroin's bad, you junkie. So I always kind of felt a bit bad.
They're like railing Vicodin and shit. Yeah.
Like, because weed's like fucking heroin to me, probably, It's
that's true.
I can't stop it.
Oh, yeah, Siggy's caffeine and weed are like heroin to me.
Don't rob anyone for fucking my shit, though. Some people have it under wraps. If they legalised it, I wouldn't be a junkie
people you
anymore.
could rob and some... Oh, well said. Well, yeah.
But you know what I mean? Like, I don't feel bad for him financially. I don't feel bad for him for what he's done. He's had a great life, but just to get that far and then hear him talking shit like, I've got all this stuff and I'm not happy and I've got everything I want and but he's just not happy.
Yeah.
Because obviously you're shutting out this devastating shit that happened in your life and you don't want to think about it too much because he probably has some conflicted issues with trying to think about life and death from the point of, I don't know if he's atheist or if he's whatever.
Well,
he probably believes in the hymn god that sings fucking Nordic tunes to little 14-year-old girls in the afterlife or something.
Yeah, it all sounds a bit silly. Like, why did we abandon...
Of silver and gold.
All the problems started when we abandoned Christ, I think, really.
I don't know. It might have started when they invented him.
Okay,
let's go back to the fucking sun gods and shit.
Yeah, two wrongs don't make a right, But three rights make a left. That's worth remembering. Back to the sun god. I guess he probably would have been the first one and stuff.
People did horrific shit under pagan gods. Like, there's no doubt. But now that we have a greater sense of where we are in the universe. I
Yeah,
think
we're
they're almost
we're
more
still evil humans, dude.
the sun god, sort of oneness kind of god, is more applicable than these scatterbrain fucking Roman ideologies and like the what was built. It was built off the Egyptian ones with so many gods, and then
Yeah.
the second wave of Egyptians changed the names of all those gods, and then they ended up with twice as many at one point, and
Yeah.
they forgot the meaning of them, basically, because there's two gods for everything, like, oh shit.
Well, I don't know. Maybe, I don't know, achieving...
One's kind of easier.
Yeah. No, I don't think it's easier. I think that
The fractal kaleidoscope sun god.
No, I think monotheism, in a way, that having a single god is sort of a progression from having all of them. Because, okay, no, hear me out.
But you are the god.
Hear me out for
Yeah.
a second, is that... Yeah, I don't think you are the god. I don't think we are the god. I was thinking about this during the week, and, like, I don't think we're gods. But bear with me, is that the single god, it's like you've got all the gods, right? Oh, there's the rain god. There's the sun god. Oh, no, my crops are all fucked up. We weren't good enough to the rain god, right?
Yeah.
Okay, it's sort of just this, like, lucky dip sort of, we'll make one up for these and shit. But then, I guess... I suppose the Greeks had multiple gods, and they did a lot of shit. But then coalescing into one sort of stern father... And with sort of like, and also...
Not a father, just this universe god that is everything
God.
that it holds within it.
God is our Father in heaven, though, and shit, right?
No, I don't think of it like that.
Yeah, no, but, okay, I'm talking about our Christian heritage in general.
That's the way they describe that shit. That's why I said I'm not religious, because I don't think about a dude sitting in a fucking chair in the sky judging you and shit. That's not what it is.
I know, but the conception of God like that, and with, the other parts of it, with the Mary and with the Jesus, that inspires or influences a certain sort of kind of religious structure that might be different. It might be less fatalistic than previous ones. It might, you were bringing it up before about using religion to create order and stuff. So I think for us to turn around and, spit in God's face.
I think it's good. I mean, he needs to feel it on his face every now and then, just to know he's part of the whole fucking thing as well.
I suppose
you gotta get your hands dirty.
Yeah. Got to get God's face dirty.
That's why I think we really are. It's like you are your only real judge. I'm my only real judge. I'm the one that knows that I've fucking jerked off to I spit on your grave fucking rape scene before,
well, more people know now.
Yeah, but you're the one that has to deal with that, and like you might be the one that has to deal with some shit that you can't even fucking bring yourself to say on a microphone.
Well, yeah.
But no one will ever know. You are your own god, and that's how it really is. But if you enlighten dumb people to that fact, fucked up shit's going to happen.
Well,
I'm not saying it's not a dangerous thing.
Okay.
I'm just saying it's kind of a more legitimate thing than...
I don't know if it is more
here's
legitimate.
the god of the grass that makes the grass grow. We should bleed a lamb on it into the dirt, and it'll be good every season.
I don't know if it is more... I think it's elevating human.
Nail a baby to the door for the moon god,
Well, there's plenty of babies around. I mean, why not have a bit of fun if it's going to ensure that stuff? But all that family symbology, it works. You were talking about the aesthetics of fascism hitting people something deep inside in their soul. All that fucking like guilt and God in the sky shit and stuff does the same thing.
Yeah, it resonates with heaps of people.
I'm not. My family was nominally Catholic before, for whatever purpose. I was born and raised in a secular society full of nihilistic garbage on MTV and all the rest of it.
So you were no choir boy.
Yeah, so I was no choir boy. No, never. But I think if we just keep going on this path, and that it includes sort of. I get where you're coming from about people wanting the answers. Yeah, intelligence.
Singularity type God that you live inside and are part of and are like, it just gets too hard to think of.
How good is love conscious? To paraphrase Stalin.
Not being able to think of that concept is the reason that it is that concept. You know what I mean? Well, the reason God is because you can't understand it. That's infinity. Oh, it's a concept. You can't understand it. You can just understand the concept of it or whatever.
Yeah, sure.
You can never picture infinity. Mm-hmm. Like, I tried to do it before and it just seems to make your head bigger. And you're like, oh yeah, but then you go bigger than that.
Sure your head wasn't actually getting bigger?
Yeah, that's the thing. If we're in a holographic universe, it probably fucking was.
Well, maybe, but... okay, the Stalin once said when told that the Vatican opposed his plans, he said, the Pope... how many divisions does he have, right?
How many divisions?
How many divisions does the Pope have? Like, and I sort of feel like, enlightenment, truth, and love consciousness. How is that going to help us raise an army when the Muslim and the Chinese are invading us? And I hate to bring back that, but we have this liberal society that's come from this. But sort of, if it feels like we're not.
I know what you mean. It's like
you know what I mean?
You're almost calling me a communist because it's like I want to subscribe to something that's so beautiful.
No, I'm not saying
no, I
it
know
to
what
you.
you
I'm
mean.
not judging you. I'm the same. We're all in the same boat.
You want to subscribe to something that's so beautiful that it's like sharing this knowledge with everyone's going to raise us all up and shit. But at the end of the day, some motherfucker's still going to shoot this cunt in the head and take his gold or whatever.
Yeah, like there's ISIS. I can see the attraction.
Yeah, I want to believe that it can spread like a virus and we can all be nice and shit. But I know what you mean. I'm just a fucking idiot to wish that. But fuck.
Sorry for arguing.
I want to keep wishing it.
I don't know. Sorry, I'm a cunt. I don't even believe it all. These are just. I'm having a conversation.
But you're talking to the guy that like goes along with so many conspiracies. And
no, but I'm talking to myself
shit.
too. I was looking for chemtrails this afternoon. Hey, I had a theory. What if chemtrails are spraying a chemical that makes you believe in conspiracy theories?
That'd be perfect. Oh shit,
dude! The latest season.
That's the next M. Night Shyamalan movie.
Dude, I watched the new seasons of the X-Files the other day. It's fucking crazy. They almost have like this.
I watched one recently too.
There was one where Mulder had magic mushrooms to try and get this Muslim guy tried to blow himself up at an art gallery opening.
I didn't see that one,
and he didn't quite die, and his head's all caved in and shit. And they're like, "Oh, we need to get in." And Mulder's like, "They say that psilocybin da 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 da," and gets like this young chick to
psilocybin.
Yeah, a young FBI chick to hook her up with mushrooms and goes into a trip to talk to him to find out information and shit. And then the last episode is almost pushing this sus like anti-vax kind of shit. Like,
yeah, I watched that one. It was dope.
The whole series was sort of irresponsible, and I liked it because of that.
The first and last episode were really good.
Yeah.
I'll have to see if I can find that psilocybin.
But yeah,
was that the werewolf one or
no? That was number 3 or something. But check that out. I just spoiled it, but fuck it, you know.
Oh, the first and last episode on the new X-Files were quite good.
Yeah, a bit of conspiracy shit in there. I thought you'd like it when I was watching it.
With Joel McHale playing this Alec Jones type character.
Yeah, but
I wish he did the voice though.
Yeah. But fucking
America.
Yeah, but you know,
it's all over.
It's all over.
Obamacare.
Bill Burr has a new stand-up, and he says at the beginning of it, he's like, I said it before, I'll say it again, 85% of us are going to have to go for this to work.
That's been a bit he's been doing for years now.
Yeah, so he's been doing it for ages, and I guess the influenza is coming soon. And are you going to be in a FEMA camp, or are you going to be sort of, you know, protecting your family, gunning down zombies?
I'm going to be cooking up some medicine, bro.
That sounds good.
But if they're poisoning the dirt as well, it's going to have to be Hydra.
They're poisoning everything. It's a global techno fucking fascist infiltration to take over your fucking junk
just
and shit.
Desalinate and distill some water and just grow the shit straight out of water.
Yeah, just watch Waterworld, and then he just pisses in his mouth, I think, and drinks it or whatever. That's his thing in it. I like Kevin Costner. I'd try and get him around if the world ended like that.
Speaking of movies, I had a movie idea for you.
All right.
It's a bit lewd, but I guess I couldn't help myself at the start of the episode either, so sorry if I've fucked off any other listeners. It's cool how you apologise to the people that aren't even listening anymore.
Yeah.
That's how you know that it's not a real apology.
Hey, I was sincere.
Oh, I had a good AKA I came up for myself as well. Another Snake Eyes AKA. I think I got about 20.
Yeah.
But the new one, MC Knifey Spoony.
That's all right. MC Knifey Spoony. I don't know how good that is.
I'll have to drop it for my new song, aka Knifey Spoony.
Yeah, I've had a few in my name, a few nicknames: Boat Ramp, Cotan, Slow Jams, Koonabarra Brand, Hat Stand.
But yeah, the movie would be for Double Dragon, the video game.
I think I remember it. Yeah.
You remember how the game starts? It's like, ooh, they're outside, they're in this garage or a house of some sort, and then there's a girl character out the front, which is one of their girlfriends, I think, gets punched in the stomach. And then it's really quiet, doesn't say anything. This girl out the front gets punched in the stomach and taken away by some bad dudes.
Yeah, and you have to go. All right.
Yeah, you come out of the garage and then you follow them up the street.
Yeah, okay, I remember.
So off that premise, Double Dragon the movie. And the movie starts with these brothers just getting their black belts in karate and shit, right? Like, ooh, this nice montage and shit of them kicking a bit of ass and then getting like, ooh, like, yeah, thank you, sensei, and all this kind of shit. And then they go out to celebrate that night, and it's probably still a bit montage. You're like, yeah, all this good shit happening. And then they hook up, like, both the brothers hook up with this one prostitute. And then somehow it does like a sort of the start of Commando montagey nice scene, sort of like the nice scene where he's playing with his little
rubbing
daughter.
ice cream in his face.
But
and
instead it's these two brothers like having sex with this prostitute and living this kind of life together as a threesome.
Two
like,
brothers.
Lovingly, but like it shows quite a lot of sex and stuff as well. And then basically she's staying with both of them, but then she goes out to the shops.
Wait, is she a prostitute?
Yeah, but
okay.
like then she's like,
A long-term prostitute?
I'm going to give up my lifestyle with the bad guys and stuff because I like these two brothers.
Is she in
so
love
much.
with them though?
With both of them, yeah.
Okay. So do they know that she's in love with them?
Yeah, no, they're sort of staying together. It's sort of like this montagey 80s,
Right,
first 15 minutes of the movie is all fucking wishy-washy and like montagey. And then it's like, bam, she goes out to get some shopping and stuff where she's living with the guys and that.
Yeah.
And then when she like gets home with the shopping bags, they're like all going out to do something at the same time when she's getting back. And then the pimp gets there and like punches her in the stomach and takes her away.
Yeah.
And then that's when the movie begins. I guess it's just all ass kicking from there.
Well, I don't know. I don't know what criteria I'm
Are you listening, Hollywood?
Yeah.
You fucked it up in the 90s. That Double Dragon movie was such a piece of shit.
Who was in it?
I don't know.
Just
I
watch
can't
Double
remember.
Impact.
It was such a piece of
Watch
shit.
Double Impact instead with Jean-Claude Van Damme.
That's much better.
Because of my big legs and karate, I can do the splits, no sweat. Perfect little quadrat there.
Nice one.
Poetry.
I like that line.
But yeah, Double Dragon. Well,
I think I actually wrote, Billy and Jimmy feel compelled to rescue her. As you would.
I don't know if
They're in love.
I'm just not sure it'll play as well
Come
as
on,
you
man.
think.
Polyamory is the next thing to get legalized since fucking gay marriage and bestiality.
Yeah, that's true.
Bestiality is legal, right? Oh shit!
Wow.
Oh shit!
Yeah.
Oh shit!
It is in some states in
I'm gonna have
America.
to give my dog away.
Yeah, you've mentioned all this furry stuff before, so. But yeah, some states of America, I believe it's still legal, but I'm not sure to what extent. But I definitely agree because I think polygamy will be the next one. But here's the thing: you have to work
polyamory,
out polyamory, but legally with the married. Let's call it polygamy. And was it going to come from the Mormons? Is it going to come from the Muslims, or is it going to come from the queer kink polyamory community? And I think there's going to be an unholy alliance.
I'm right there with them.
Of Muslims and queers, and they're going to fucking ruin the institution of marriage.
I'll go along with it. I could do with a harem. I live near the beach too. I could just do it elephant seal fucking style. Just go lie down on the beach.
Why don't you give it a go?
Just get chicks to try and lie around me in a circle.
Has that worked
And then
before?
if guys come close, I'll just headbutt them. Fuck, this sounds like Cronulla.
Fuck. Oh, man.
It'll just be like, yeah, let's hang out, but you can't come with me to the beach. You'll get hurt.
I'm still waiting for someone to make a human nature doco. Pictures of, humans doing stuff. Like
heaps fucked
but
up shit.
Attenborough commenting on it and stuff. They often get aggressive and stuff. I reckon that would be pretty cool. Because we're a pretty nutty species. What do you think about BiteLabs.org?
Bite Labs?
Yeah, they're just here. They're just a new company, a startup that's, looking to just be able to kind of sell you celebrity meat. So you choose the celebrity you want. Like James Franco's up the top at Twitter. There's a lot of requests for Jennifer Lawrence and Kanye. It would look something like that. This is Bite Labs. They've got quite a professional-looking site. So yeah, they're just...
Oh, they want to get... They want to get the DNA of a celebrity and then grow their cloned meat so that you can eat the celebrity.
Yeah. And so that's... Yeah, see, look, BiteMe.org, they've got a nice, cool little kind of startup thing. These are the people they want. So Jennifer Lawrence and everything.
What if people
Ellen
start getting their
DeGeneres.
shakes and stuff?
Yeah, you'd get mad Kanye disease. I'm a genius. Like, Billy? I feel sick. I'm the best.
They're going to get in trouble with hate speech laws and stuff because they'll be like, we can only sell you meat of another race. If you eat your own, you're going to go insane. I only eat black people. Into that white meat, boy.
Yeah, that would get pretty racial, huh? What'd you serve me, boy? You better not serve me no nigger.
Give me some Rihanna. I can deal with that. It's pretty light.
Yeah, Rand will be all over that salami.
Barbados.
So that's pretty cool and it's pretty terrifying, but I don't know what's going to happen with that.
Yeah, I'm not... People are going to probably fund it.
Well, they probably will fund it because...
It's like how that fucking boat this week got called Boaty McBoatface.
Yeah, that was
and they
pretty
could probably
messed up.
overturn it, but that's how shit works. So this celebrity meat thing is probably coming.
Well, it's weird that our species is like that because, you know, we go from that, you know, cutting edge shit. Obviously, everybody wants to, like, eat celebrity meat. Like, that's fucking Kubrick shit or whatever, right?
We're either scared as fuck or fucking idiots.
Well, going with that second one, in Coon Rapids, Minnesota.
I mean, that's the two choices.
What was it?
Scared as fuck or fucking idiots.
Both.
Yeah.
We're scared-
Sometimes scared as fuck,
we're just scared
sometimes
fucking idiots. Because in Coon Rapids, Minnesota, a prank caller has tricked workers at a Minnesota Burger King into smashing the windows of the restaurant to keep it from exploding, mirroring similar deceptions at Burger Kings in recent months. Police said employees got the call on Friday night from someone claiming to be from the fire department. The caller said the restaurant could explode, so they needed to release the pressure. The manager and the other employees believed the caller and smashed all the windows on the ground floor. Officers arrived and found that the manager of an employee of the Burger King was smashing out the windows, said Sergeant Rick Boone. So, there you go. You just call up a Burger King, tell them that shit, and...
Why did they have to smash the windows? There was a bomb.
The pressure was building up from, like, a gas problem. You gotta smash the windows, bro. Like, your restaurant, you have to smash it. I'm a fireman. Smash it now. And apparently it's the newer thing, sort of along the lines of swatting.
Yeah, that's pretty sad that people aren't smart enough to avoid that deception.
Is it that smart, or maybe that people are used to following orders? Look at Nuremberg and stuff, you know? And when we tell people what celebrities to eat, they're going to be eating those celebrities. You're like, shut up and eat your Rosie O'Donnell, you know?
Yeah, but, like, it's almost as bad as getting conned by, like, John Kimball on the phone, you know what I mean? That one?
Yeah, that is...
I'm a cop, you idiot!
That is pretty good. Yeah. So not great stuff for our species.
Like, it's not nice what the people did either, but like, oh man, the gas is building up and the cops reckon, oh, this is officer down in there. You know, you could do it pretty legit, but it's still like, you're working at the Burger King, wouldn't you, like, I don't know.
It's not really speaking truth to power. You're sort of fucking with the Burger King. Whoever did that, I reckon, should use that power for good, not evil.
All I'm saying, that person not getting a raise, you know what I mean? You should be able to see through a phone call. It's not even a direct threat at the place that they conned you into fucking up your establishment. It's so hardcore. It's you know, both of them deserve each other, unfortunately.
Yeah, that's just the way of the world.
Yin and yang.
Yin and yang.
There was the negative cunt on the phone that was drawn to the positive person trying to make their own way at Burger King.
Hey, you know how you mentioned absentmindedly if Donald Duck was based on Donald Trump?
Or Donald Trump was based on Donald Duck.
I had a thought. I'm pretty sure, you know, I don't know how Donald is related to Scrooge McDuck. I assume they're somewhere in the family, right? Or whatever, right? Because it's uncle. And Scrooge McDuck was based on sort of, I guess, an old, you know, industrialist robber baron, particularly Scottish. I guess probably broadly on Andrew
Scottish Freemasonry.
Yeah, Andrew Carnegie, who founded all those libraries. He was a big iron and steel industrialist. And Trump is a fucking big industrialist or entrepreneur or whatever of Scottish background as well, too. So that's where the similarity comes from. They're related. I think there was some duck fucking going on in the Highlands back in the day, you know?
When he gets angry on stage, eh?
Yeah, he's a little bit like that. But, you know, chemtrails.
Yeah. Just look up when you go outside.
You got me looking at the sky recently. Fuck. I sort of just want to dismiss it. I still don't get why they wouldn't just put shit in the water.
Well, the Earth is hotter. They keep saying it's getting hotter and the averages go up and this fucked up shit's happening. Maybe they are just trying to get the gold from Antarctica.
Yeah.
Someone buried it there back in the day. This is going to be good in a million years.
Yeah. What's that hero thing? Whoever controls the girl, controls the gold, controls the pussy and the power and the money, or something like that, I think.
Sounds like Scarface.
One or the other.
Not a Quaalude. She'll love me in the morning.
What was that? Excuse me?
I don't know. It was a Scarface line that seems like it would be akin to some sort of Neo Cosby shit or something.
Quaaludes were what fucking
Not that I want to rip on Dr. Cosby anymore, because
well, Quaaludes, they were what Roman Polanski gave that young girl in order to fucking sexually assault her in the bathtub. So yeah, she was 13. He was just popping her Quaaludes and shit.
Her woman's so polluted. Can't even have a little baby, man.
That was a heart-wrenching movie, Scarface.
Say goodnight to the bad guy.
Oh, shit.
I do like that scene where he's just like, yeah, just owning the fucking bad guy shit. So pissed in this restaurant full of fucking rich cunts.
Yeah. So that's our review of... well, actually, I watched a bit of Kubrick shit as well recently. And this was a good quote.
You can't do nothing to me that Castro hasn't already done, man.
I'm a homosexual. Fuck. This was what Kubrick said about film, and I guess, maybe this works for Brian De Palma's classic Scarface, starring Al Pacino and Michelle Pfeiffer, set in steamy Miami in 1980. But Kubrick, this is from an interview. He says that whatever the background or intellect of an individual, a Beatles record, for instance, can be appreciated by an Alabama truck driver and a young Cambridge intellectual, in the same way that his films can, because, quote, emotions and subconscious are far more similar than their intellects. He believes the subconscious emotional reaction provoked by audiences was far more powerful in the film medium than any other traditional verbal form, which is often why he relied on long periods without dialogue. He said, the essence of a dramatic form is to let an idea come over people without it being plainly stated. When you say something directly, it is simply not as potent as it is when you allow people to rediscover it for themselves. Realism is probably the best way to dramatize argument and ideas, while fantasy may deal best with themes which lie primarily in the unconscious. I just thought that was good. Kubrick's pretty straight down the line with some stuff.
Yeah.
And, something like that little image that you just had then of him in that, being the bad guy, inhabiting it. It went into your head and probably tickled some deep little part of you that's like, yeah, that could be me.
Fuck yeah.
And
looking up at the blimp, the world is yours.
Yeah. When I saw it today, it said, good
the
year,
music in that movie is fucking dope as well. It's dated and it's 80s synth and everything, but I don't know. I can watch like what's that? Birgit Nilsson and what's that bit of music called? Liebestad.
I don't know Liebestad.
Liebestad by Birgit Nilsson. It might be a Wagner thing even. But yeah, it's dope. So like I can regress to a time and appreciate something. That's probably not the greatest example because the music is really well written, and arguably when you compare like a full orchestra to someone going beep boop 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 on fucking 80s synthesizer, like,
but it opened up a lot of
it's the same
things
thing that Kubrick or whatever is saying.
Yeah,
how it's like it just depends how you feel when you're watching it or whatever as well. Like someone really could like the simple beep boop fucking song on the Casio keyboard because it's like playing with your emotions, even though it's not as intense as like Pachelbel Canon,
Yeah.
Canon gets me every time, like a good version of that. It's fucking hardcore.
Makes me think of Graduating.
Yeah, and funerals and fucking heaps of different stuff, but it's so epically euphoric and shit. It's fucking hardcore.
Yeah, it's a feel good of that. Well, Kubrick said also as well, he said he pretty much always used orchestral. He said, why pay a composer when you've got all the other stuff that you can just use that's already been written that's the best? Which I think is kind of a cool fuck you attitude to put in popular movies and stuff.
There is a lot of good music. Like even that, even this fucked up memory sticks with me so hard. At my mate Matt's place when we were young growing up, we'd like get fucked up, out at night and then wake up the next day and shit up in the top room of their house, like sort of like we'd get to like play games and watch movies and shit upstairs and sort of be hidden away.
Yeah.
We came down like after this hectic, like I was so drunk and high night at like 10 in the morning or something, and like his brother's in the kitchen doing the dishes, but with what's that overture song on? It's like
Ride of the Valkyries by Wagner.
Oh shit!
Yeah.
Like, and we were just so fucking scat and fucked up, and like he's washing the dishes to fucking Ride of the Valkyries.
Yeah.
It's one of the most intense things to remember as well. Just oh shit! Oh my god, that's intense.
It's pretty good in Apocalypse Now. Robert Duvall invading and trying to get this guy to surf while he's invading the town and shit. There's a break over there and shit. So that's movies. I think movies are good.
He was washing the dishes fucking hardcore too.
He was, washing him off the map like it was fucking Poland and stuff,
Yeah, music gets me like that. I guess that's my sort of medium that does appeal to me.
That's your heroin. Like Novak has his heroin.
Because Mission to Mars, I know there's something about it that's not that great a movie, but the I think the score in it is just timed so perfectly that it's like the movie comes at the same time that the story does, kind of thing, and it's just like, oh fuck, I can't really remember the music off the top of my head, but I remember seeing it a couple of times again and then figuring it out and being like, oh shit, the music's almost extra conning me that this is a really good movie.
Yeah, music will do that. That's what it's for. I guess speaking of music, I guess in a way, you played a pretty good song for me just before. It was called is it called Good Vibrations? Is it?
No. Love Sensation.
Love Sensation by Loretta Holloway. Holloway.
Yeah.
Which was sampled in use for Marky Mark, Good Vibrations, some other stuff.
Black Box in the 80s.
Yeah, and there you go. And it was just sort of. It was a really good song, but it was almost an awkward intimacy because she was just so honest in her horniness, sort of.
Oh, it's so good. I love it.
And I know, it is a great song, but...
And she's got such a powerful voice as well.
Yeah. It's really powerful and stuff. And I suppose the problem with that is that it just made me think of, we try and appreciate it on this level, but I actually got an email the other day.
Yeah, that song is just like she's coming all over some dude's face, just splashing everywhere.
Yeah, I mean...
It's crazy, but it's so... Yeah, it's very powerfully done. It's not like she's submitting to anyone.
I know, which is... But this is why... yeah, true. No,
that's how I like my female dominance.
Well, okay, yeah, maybe. But we got... The problem was that we got a complaint.
I'm not a Kanye boy. I like being sat on the face, not the finger in the booty, you know what I mean?
The National Association for the Advancement of Coloured People actually sent me an email, and it's addressing... It's 50 Cent, who was on last week. And they kind of condemn it. They say it was a classic white man Illuminati-esque ploy of putting a black man in a dress to degrade his superior masculinity. And, that's the NAACP saying that, so...
Yeah, I do apologise, Fiddy, for ending up going there, but just so that you don't hate me for life, 4L,
What's 4L?
For life.
Oh, for life. I thought it was like love, locos, little boys.
It was freestyle. But I did write the many men bit, even though it only consisted of the words many men. I wrote the chorus and I was like, why hasn't anyone done this before? It's just, maybe it is because it's the low-hanging fruit and everyone's just like, oh, you fucking idiot. Why would you even do that? But I went there and I wrote that shit down, like make this chorus and freestyle it. So I did it, and then that crazy 50 Cent coming out shit came out on the mic, off the cuff. Pretty tight, so we just left it in there. It wasn't it wasn't really a personal attack.
It doesn't ring true because
I did set up the
the
body of the fucking freestyle by doing the many men freestyle like he likes men.
You watch Mississippi Burning. You're a good white guy.
I did put him in the dress. It was my bad, but fuck. You got to go for the low hanging fruit sometimes.
Well, I suppose hopefully they accept that.
Well, fuck. The smiley face T-shirt's pretty popular,
What's that got to do? Forrest Gump invented that, right?
Yeah. That shit happens and all that kind of stuff.
Yeah, shit happens, I guess.
It's all pretty useless. It's the easy thing, but sometimes the most successful too.
My problem with that song, the original 50 Cent song, is that it sounds like it was written by committee at times. It's just like so many men were writing it,
Can you pass us a Taylor?
A Taylor? A fucking Taylor. Can I have a Taylor when we go?
A tubby?
Can I take one for the road with me? Oh yeah, Taste Flow filters. They're like little lotus pods attacking your skin like gross little fucking mollusks. In case you haven't seen it, now they try and sell you these fucking Taste Flow filters on the ciggies. And they're sort of hollow and they're sort of gross and it sort of feels like sucking on some little coral squid thing. So
I thought it would be cool because
they're fine for chop.
You could cut another piece of filter off another durry and chop a little bit off the side. Then
make it a halfie.
You could just hide some, cough up some throat shit or scrape out some stuff from your ass crack and hide it in there. Pop the other bit of filter on the back of it.
Like a little plug.
And then people are, oh, my ciggies taste funny and shit.
You could put Coke in it. It'd be the best Coke thing since the fucking necklace, the cross pendant that Sarah Michelle Gellar.
That would be pretty good. That would actually have a real function, wouldn't it? You could do some proper ether or some drug in the end of it.
Which my favourite one is Sarah Michelle Gellar in Cruel Intentions. With the little cross around her neck and she just keeps Coke in it. Yeah.
Fuck yeah, I haven't had a good public stasho for a while. I haven't needed to, really.
What's a public stasho?
I used to always walk around with, in high school with, a film canister full of chopped weed and shit and a little hash pipe, but...
Stasher.
They didn't have the dogs around the joint back then either.
You can't live your life in fear. That's Martin Luther King told us that. You can't.
Well, I did. I still smoke in public, yeah, for sure.
Yeah.
But yeah, just not like the old days. Like taking a bong to a school and
not
climbing
like
a tree.
Not like Woodstock. Fuck. I used Santana's fucking bongos for a bong back at Woodstock. That's how real that shit was.
I was thinking about how fucked up that school shit is too. It's like it's fine up to a certain point when you're like 18 and maybe a year or two afterwards to still be going to the school and getting drunk and doing this cool shit. Skating's different because like you skate in schools and that's a thing, but like when we were young and underage and we would go to some random school and then just get pissed in the school, it's kind of legit, but you have to grow out of that, otherwise you end up going on some fucking child offence register when you got to take a leak someday.
Yeah, or when you touch up a kid. Trying to regain your youth.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
It didn't seem very sketchy back then when we were doing it, but now you're like, nah, I couldn't go drink in a school. That's insane.
You can't really pull off the Billy Madison, really, you know? Fuck. Wouldn't we all want to? Oh, Miss Veronica Vaughn.
One piece of ace. I know from experience, if you know what I mean.
I know from experience. So, how are we doing for time?
Oh, fuck you, man. Looking at the clock and shit.
Looking at
what are you getting dazed like a fighter in the third? Are you going down, brother?
It's just this intense chat. It's just it comes at you from all sides. So
they do call me Chat Stevens every now and then.
Fucking down at Manly Wharf, there's a fucking place called Chat Thai. Why would anyone go there? By the way, if you look up chat on Urban Dictionary, it says that it started from Chatswood. I was telling people.
I told you.
Yeah, I was telling people recently, my housemate and stuff, and my girlfriend, and they were like, no.
At least they hacked Urban Dictionary, at least. To go along with my zeitgeist.
Yeah.
I fed that shit back in there 10 years ago, at least. Who the fuck gave it to us? It must be legit.
I'll see if I can find it.
It must be legit.
This won't be interesting to that many people, but talk amongst yourself for a second. Can you give me a little rendition of a song?
A song?
Yeah.
I might have one written down. It'd be better if we had the instrumental to go along with it.
I can beatbox for you.
I don't know if it's going to be worth it after this wait, but we can always cut the wait out. Here's some random thing. I'm taking L's out of my life like I'm an Asian ESL student.
What does the first bit mean? What is taking L's out of your life?
It's a hip hop culture type deal about taking losses.
I thought
so. If you take an L, you know, you're taking a loss kind of thing.
But wasn't fucking Nelly trying to get that chick to smoke an L with them in the back?
Yeah,
of the
they call L's as well. That's the
what
whole thing with that kind of stuff. You just make shit up you want.
Yeah, they should fucking.
And then you go with it.
They should talk what they mean.
But if you take an L, it's taking a loss. So yeah. Is it funny now that we've explained it?
Yeah.
Do you want me to say it again for you?
Do it again.
I think I can do it off my head. It's like
No, I think
I'm taking L's out of my life like I'm an Asian ESL student.
Yeah, I got it.
Yeah. So it's positive, but then it's racist.
Wait, so the school's teaching him to kind of...
So he's taking losses out of his life, but taking L's out of his life like he's an Asian ESL student because...
They say too many L's.
They ain't got no L's in their life yet. They're all R's. Come on, man. Oh. Maybe my jokes are pretty bad if I have to explain them for someone.
No, I got it the first time. I just didn't laugh at it. I thought it meant like... Sorry, dude.
Did you see that shit, how Richie McCaw wants to be a helicopter pilot?
Who's Richie McCaw?
Like this ex-rugby player captain from New Zealand.
Yeah, alright.
Like, yeah, it's the last thing we fucking need is some fucking brain-damaged rugby player guys flying helicopters around the fucking sky. Like, yeah.
That's how 9/11 happened. I'm gonna get a try, cuz. Smashing into the...
Oh, and here's your song finally. Fuck, that took a while.
Which song's that?
I've waited hours for math. I want some munted sex. I wish I'd stayed insane today. It'd be better in the right tune, though.
It was pretty good. I enjoyed that.
But instead I bleed in the dark. The blisters make it hurt in this padded room. I masturbate for you. Get a good view.
Fuck. Robert Smith there, everyone. Oh, that's tight, dude. That's tight. Hey, I got a
It's written by a meth head in a hospital.
I got a terrorist soundboard.
Yeah? Oh, shit.
You just press it. Hang on. I think you press it. Fuck.
Shit. You're gonna get us flagged for real. Fuck. Oh, you're getting a bit intense on me, dog.
There you go.
Fuck, man, you could scare some middle class people with that super easy on the telephone.
I scared myself using it. Fuck. Hey, I saw one of these terrorist cunts on the news the other day, and the guy that planned the Paris attacks, right?
Yeah.
And they found out some information because a guy he trained in Syria went back and instead of launching a martyrdom operation, went to the cops.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, and I was sort of like, what a fucking snitch cunt. Like, not that I support ISIS in any way. Not that I support ISIS, but this guy, Abu Abid or whatever his name
I know what you mean, but yeah, I'm kind of
That's
glad
right.
he didn't blow anyone else up. With
No,
it.
no, yeah, I'm just talking on a moral level
But
about
yeah,
our relationship.
if you're acting
Yeah.
like you're from that side
Yeah.
and everything, yeah, he's just like he's
Yeah,
in their
fucking
culture,
poor
in their
form, yeah.
niche fundamentalist terrorist culture,
Yeah.
he's the worst of the worst. So what does that fucking make him? You know,
Yeah,
like
exactly.
oh shit.
I mean, fucking, you know, they're meant to be all birds before hoes and shit like that, and yet he goes running to the Belgian police of all people. Like, oh no, he made me shoot a gun. Like, fucking hell. Just, you know, not that I endorse, obviously they're a horrific group. Like, I hate them and everything and stuff like that. I'm just saying that this guy was a bit of a bitch.
I got a good sort of one line here about female privilege in the modern world. It just says, women here, men here, bang!
Yeah. Yeah, no. No. You can
Does
make
that break it down for you enough?
Yeah, no, I get
Without
it.
me having to go like, oh, 97% of workplace accidents are male and all these gay statistics. Can we just say, you know, you get some street harassment that's like, hey baby, and I get some street harassment that's like, bang, 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 bang.
Do you though?
Bullets flying off and chipping off the concrete bricks and shit down in the Manly projects. They're so tough down there.
Yeah.
Fucking
Yeah.
fishing rods and fucking BB guns, mate.
Yeah. Yeah, I don't
Little
know.
plastic pellets pinging off the bricks.
Sounds like fucking Baltimore, if not fucking Liberia.
You've seen the bucket full of knives.
I've heard
Jesus.
of the bucket full of knives, but you
I've
know,
still got a picture.
you know, scheme of things, yeah. But you know, if you're a chick, you wouldn't. I mean, there's a lot of gross dudes out there. You get a bit fed up. You'd want the hot
Yeah, I
ones.
know.
You'd
It
want
was-
the hot ones to
I
whistle.
think
at
I
you.
actually wrote it when I was more invested in
Yeah.
giving a shit about
Yeah,
all that stuff.
you jerked off before then.
Yeah. I've jerked off a number of times since I wrote that. Doesn't seem so poignant anymore.
Ain't that the truth? Ain't that the truth? Well, that's what life, man. It's just, you know, you're born, you live, you die. You try and make a podcast.
Oh, I had a good 3-worder for that, actually.
You deliver pizzas, you get high, you listen to too much metalcore while listening to the news. And before you know it, you're an old man
I had a new one for
fighting
that,
in a
that
chain
kind of
gang.
shit.
Sorry, go on.
For life.
Yes?
Nostalgia, euphoria, and heartbreak.
Yeah, I can agree with that, except, you know, nostalgia can be poisonous sometimes.
Yeah.
I agree, I love a bit of it, but, you know, to quote Torrance, he once said, you got
But
to
that
take...
covers most of it, you know.
To quote Torrance, the Australian...
Euphoria is what I sort of try and live in. Sorry, yeah, Taunts, I do like him.
Yeah,
Decimation Recordings.
Yeah, the
big ups.
Australian rapper, he said, take off the rose-coloured glasses, you know what happened to John Lennon. So, I think
That's why he's one of my probably the only Aussie rapper that I ever listened to a
Yeah,
full
yeah.
album of.
Props to Torrance, you're fucking dope. But
He's the real fucking.
what was it? Sorry, nostalgia, euphoria, and what?
Do you reckon Cursor just stole his shit off Taunts, but just says some sort of more gay Westy Cabramatta style shit rather than psychopathic Melbourne? Oh, the world's evil. It's Hillsburn.
Yeah, I don't know. Well, Torrance is battling his demons, and I think that's what makes him a good artist.
Alky loner.
Yeah, so
Standing on my own 2 feet.
while you crawl around the scenery.
See, I know these fucking lyrics. It's
Yapping
It's a dope album as much as I want to pay it out. That's why it's such a crazy album.
Yeah, check it out.
You want to hate it?
Burn by Thomas. You want to hate it. It's a dope album.
Decimation Recordings is the one that I first got, but Hell's Burn's probably good as well.
Good. Yeah, check it out, Thomas. I don't know if we're his target market, but I like it, Thomas.
My brother didn't like it, so he gave me the CD for free, and then it took me ages to listen to it. And when I finally did, when I was skating over to Mossman sometime to go to G and N-Bomb's place.
Yeah. G-Fuck, you mean? Are you talking about G-Fuck?
GF and the NB back in the day.
Yeah, okay, G-Fuck and the N-word bomb.
Living in the same squalor back in the day.
Fucking that hood hasn't changed very much.
The Mossman squalor.
It's just like, man, chicks like hate it because people yell at them. I'm just like dodging bullets every day, going to Mossman and shit.
Yeah, dodging BBs, so...
Yeah, dodging...
I said bullets, didn't I?
Yeah,
whoops.
Buckets full of knives. But, you know, life's tough for everyone, I guess. I mean, look at those Burger King guys. He just went in thinking it would be a normal day. Just like fucking working the shift. Before you know it,
You're smashing your own
windows with the boss and the cops and the media all looking to you and saying why. And you've got no excuse. Talk about getting caught with your pants down.
When he should have been just replying in the telephone, "Oh, go fuck a fart, you filthy gas miner."
Is that some good Aussie slang?
I updated that because remember I gave you one like probably 10 episodes ago, and it was just this atrocious piece of crap.
Yeah,
something about gas pushing and
yes,
yeah.
that's the updated version.
You gas pusher. So now I actually made it. It's like you got to revise your shit, and now it's basically a movie quality line.
Fuck, are you having a lend of me? I'm flat out like a lizard drinking. Don't make me have a liquid laugh. I'll wipe off my lippy.
You can wipe off my lippy.
Yeah, I think I've seen that. Macca's.
After I suck my own dick.
Can you suck your own dick?
No, but I know someone who can. If you're listening, I'm not going to name you. It's fine.
Well, the beat goes on.
Whoop whoop. This shit's way too out there, possibly, but you never know this sort of stand-up shit if you don't try, and I like trying it on my one-man audience of Conez. So.
Right. Tonight at the Roxy, it is Woo!
Oh, so, hey guys, yeah, so, I know I'm not gay because I can be jerking off like Rager in hand, and some gay sex will come across the screen as like a pop-up on a porn site, and 9 times out of 10 I'll be like, nah man. Yeah, fuck, you gotta end while you're hot. That was my closer, sorry.
Ladies and gentlemen, no, that was actually quite good. Back with more comedy stylings next week.
I've got the whole like end bit where you like play with the crowd and shit, but it's kind of hard when we're crowded.
Yeah, I don't think you're gonna play with me, dude.
Have you ever noticed that We Are the Champions? I don't know. It's like it's a sick song. Like, don't get me wrong, but it's almost like it draws that line on genius or completely hacky, right? Mm-hmm. Because have you ever listened to it and it sounds like they captured the generic melody of a child saying "Nya, nya, 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 nya," right?
Yeah.
And yeah. I don't know if it's genius or plagiarism of innocent young children.
I mean...
Yeah, 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 'cause we are the champions. Yeah.
Well, it's sort of... Yeah.
It's brilliant, though.
Yeah. It cuts right to that sort of schoolyard bully inside
so
everyone and
brilliant.
thing. Like, yeah, like...
But I only noticed that, like, in the last 6 months. I was like, oh, that's fucking gross, but it's awesome.
Well...
So speaking on whether our music can be completely hacky as fuck or sometimes utterly brilliant, I think I've got a song for you.
Yeah. Well,
that we can end on.
I mean, I'd like to hear that. Can I just say something to finish off?
We can AKA it under MC Knifey Spoony if we want to.
MC Knifey Spoony. Well, I don't know. It seems that the Russians had already dominated the global achievements of space travel. But right now, the sacred parchment could influence the right parties to accumulate enough evil-infused technological progression to take the US to a new spatial entity. Combing that lunar surface for any evidence that the Ramses dynasty had colonized Earth's moon, to observe and oppressively reign over Earth from a safe but still physically significant distance. The rumours of a Ramsey sky monitor had run rampant in the thousands of years preceding Christ and kept the masses in fear and awe enough to complete building the multiversal space-time mapper known as the pyramids.
That's fucking hardcore.
And just to add to that, you know how they did Live Aid and Band Aid?
Does that have something to do with the Macron system?
Something to do with that.
Yeah.
But at the same time, Live Aid, with Phil Collins and all the rest, that big 80s thing, all the money they raised worldwide, 95% of it went to rebel militias rather than any food. So I think it's worth bearing that in mind.
Fuck.
As we listen to today's...
Maybe Sting from, the police is really the head of this new caliphate in Iraq.
Yeah. We're star, we're shooting, you know how bullets fly. I can picture that.
Allahu Akbar! You gotta put on the bomb vest.
Don't shoot so close to me.
Blow up your bomb vest. Blow up your bomb vest. That's what I was thinking as well, in terms of the super extreme ones, because I don't want to lump everyone in together, because we know that dumb motherfuckers exist in every religion.
Blow your body for pussy.
But yeah. Don't you reckon, as a global society, for these sort of fundamentalist terrorists, we should not kill them, we should help them kill themselves, because then everyone gets what they want.
Just build the wall, leave them out, and let's not help them with fucking jack shit.
But then everyone gets what they want.
Yeah, but I don't...
They want to die.
I know,
we want them dead.
But I feel
let's just help them kill themselves.
I feel like by us trying to help them kill themselves, we're getting dragged into their sordid little fucking parlour game. I just want to stay here, build a fucking wall, put Scrooge McDuck in charge of the fucking country. At least just get the deficit under control.
Yeah, and at least we'll get some good new cartoons.
Yeah. And then we can all fucking, worship Christ like we're meant to.
Because I'm sick of Mickey running shit. Because you saw what happened to the new fucking Star Wars. Let Donald take over Disney. I'd rather see that shit. Fucking Donald Duck needs to direct the next Star Wars movie or we're all fucking doomed.
Alright, I agree. Seconded. Here's a song. It's called Australian Sweet 16.
It is. I've been tossing up milk as a in brackets kind of thing as well because, once I release the clip and we put it on YouTube on the channel and shit, everyone will know what we're talking about. But till then, we'll just have to deal with audio versions.
Just fucking live your life, everybody. It's been real.
Yeah, dog. Oh, the Cincinnati Slapper.
AKA the Eiffel Tower.
The Texas Tunnel Rat.
Americans always take it off, but they make it bigger.
Oh, that's the Montreal Mudslide.
The Albuquerque Suitcase.
The New Zealand Xylophone. That one's pretty painful.
The Plymouth Porta Potty. And with that...
Here is Australian Sweet 16 by Snake Eyes, a.k.a. MC Knifey Spoony.
See ya.
See ya, brother.
See ya.
See you, guys.
Hit that.
No, you hang up.
No, you hang up.
Manly kitties, you can't tap my flow, straight unencrypted liquid from the titties. Bringing the milk to the manly kitties, you can't tap my flow, straight unencrypted liquid from the titties.
I'm a wanderer, self-conqueror, a product of my environment, a truth ponderer, logical squanderer, holding on to you, take you to a time where time don't bother you, it's on to you. You gotta fall back down just to see the consciousness. Bottomless, just like you can't reach the top. Stuck in the fractal mind fuck of conscience. Too many entendres, bong hits. Gotta find the language to keep myself honest. I like to write the songs, bitch. I like your thongs, bitch. All three of them, Aussie neo-colloquialist. My Warwick farm all up in your James Blunt. There's so many ways that I could call you a cunt. It's fucking Australia. They thought they sent us to prison, now we live like Contiki and laugh about England.